Before we begin, thank you very much to Shattered Glass Grawl Brown for joining the Patreon campaign. Very appreciated. Though, Grawl, does that mean you... If you're the Shattered Glass version, does that mean you don't troll Red Claw relentlessly? I don't know. I'm just making assumptions now. But thank you very much for joining. Thank you everyone for supporting the channel. If you want to see the channel keep going and keep grinding out daily content for you guys, then please consider pitching into the Patreon campaign. You'll get some exclusives that I post only there. You'll get access to my Discord, and if you pitch in high enough, you get to make requests of me. So if you just want to pitch in just to make sure the channel stays alive, that's also very appreciated too. So let us begin with our news recap for the first month of October. It is unfortunately not spooky yet. I'm sure spooky will be coming. However, for now, let us talk about new stuff that got revealed, including potato quality reveals out of Takara, which means we finally get a little look at the upcoming Legacy United Silverbolt, and even through the grainy, low-quality pictures, this guy looks amazing. It's doing exactly what I wanted. The wings in the beast mode look a little small. The wings in the beast mode look a little bit small. But beyond that, it is doing what I wanted. He looks heavily articulated, which is great to see. He's got the wings that fold back and tuck down the way they do in the cartoon. That's fantastic. Yeah, he's just looking really, really nice. This is dated to the 6th in Japan time, so in a few days we should probably get an official reveal with high-quality images and some more looks and poses that the figure is capable of. So I'm really looking forward to seeing more of what this guy can do, and just how different it is from the original toy, because honestly, the transformation is like spot on to how it looks in the animation. So I'm not sure what you could do to change it up, but I'm eager to see them try. Also, yeah, Takara got their release for how was his name? Novocaine, which makes no sense. Their Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. And then they showed off this guy. Again, potato quality. Again, we're going to see more in a few days. But this is Masterpiece Rhinox, and for a toy that I've seen them take multiple stabs at and never be able to get it right, this one looks like spot-on animation level quality. I am far out of Masterpiece at this point, but I'm very, very interested to see exactly how this turns out. So I'm probably not buying it, but I'm gonna really enjoy seeing how they manage to make this design work. I'm trying to see the accessories he's got in the corner. They're a little bit too fuzzy. Cannot tell what the blue thing is. It's a little bit too covered up. I can see extras for the pieces for the display stand. I see an alternate head, which at first I thought was the mutant head, or like how the original toy design looked, which could still be. But looking at it, I think it's actually his blind expression from Dark Voyage. I think it's that. Could be wrong though. And yeah, okay, now I'm looking at the poses. The blue thing is a spark, which I assume that's what it was, but I just now noticed that's what it was in the shot down here, blotted out by the text. Regardless, it is the 2nd, which means 3 or 4 days, depending on when they announce it in Japan, we'll be able to see it ourselves. I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's looking good. All right, let me zoom back out to my normal 100% so we can move into another Rhinox. Ironically enough, the Beast Wars Rhinox vs. Scorponok set in Japan is in hand. We can actually see it now. That is the outer box, and here's the inner box, homaging the original packaging from Takara. Looking really, really nice. So, yeah, look at the difference. Look at the difference. Sculpting-wise, it's still, and engineering-wise, it's still probably not the best Rhinox. It's actually hard to get a good Rhinox, apparently. But the colors are so much more spot on to how they look in the animation. There's so much more attention to detail. The gums of the mouth are now painted. There's some inner details that have given hits of gold. Trying to replicate how it looked in the show, though the real parts for it are not there. It is the best effort they can make with this mold and sculpt. But yeah, you can see it just looks way, way nicer. And then Scorponok too. I really do prefer the silver. It mixes in better. It does look quite a bit more like he did in the show. It's I'm still not sold on the beast mode being exactly right, but again, I think it's the best they could do with how the mold is laid out. So we will see. We will see. But no, they still continue to look fantastic. I am officially decided to go in on these because these just look too good. And of all casts of toys that I want looking as perfect as possible, I want the Beast Wars cast too. So that I'm going for it now. All right. More Japanese releases. We have official in-hand and transformation video for the next train Bot Seison. And again, it's pretty much the same standard fare we have seen with the train bots. There you get the look of how he is right now. You can form a upper torso. That is now possible. Yep, and they're about the same. It's Voyager size. You know, they come with the train tracks, and you know, and they have a lot of kibble, a lot of shell and kibble to make their transformation work. So I'm sure the collectors for these are, you know, eating well. You've got 5 of these things that are available. Sixth one to come to complete the entire thing. I mean, I heard rough things about the early ones. I don't know if they've improved. I don't know if the more recent releases have cleaned them up or been a little bit more sturdy, but I just hope the people who get the complete thing are happy. For how expensive these things are and for how long you've had to wait for the entire set, I hope you're happy with it. I genuinely hope that you're enjoying the toys and the visual of a masterpiece Raiden. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of gone over this. It's not really going to be for me, but hopefully makes the collectors out there happy. Let's move on to some behind-the-scenes shots from @Marclonus. We've seen these behind-the-scenes a lot. They generally do not provide much real behind-the-scenes info aside from who helped in the design process on the Takara side of things, which is good to know. It's good to know who was, you know, behind the development of these toys, especially for those who like to keep track and actually see exactly what toys were produced by who, so you can see the design hallmarks that tell you. But more to the point, this just shows off Optimus Prime in his new animated / universe style body, and it's a really, really nice figure. Like, I still really, really like how this Optimus Prime came out. I do really like this pose here where he's actually using the axe as the second leg, do this like Captain Morgan knee up thing. Yeah, he looks really articulated. I like the side handles on the axe so he can use both hands on it. That's a nice touch. Effect parts can plug into the back to make it look the way it did in the show when he swung it. That's a really good touch. Yeah, the toy is just looking really, really good. I mean, I think Derek would have been really happy with how this turned out. They did mention that they went through several iterations of the face paint to make sure that they got that design right. They really wanted it to hit and evoke the original animated design. So I'm happy they put that much work into it. And the head sculpt and the paint do look really, really good. I do like how you can also make the axe into an arm cannon. That's a cute little touch. And then, yeah, the vehicle mode is just, yeah, like, this looks like it's going to be a stellar figure. I'm really looking forward to actually getting this one in hands. They also did behind the scenes for Thundertron. I'm probably skipping this one. I'm not terribly attached to Thundertron. But I will admit they've seemed like they have gone out of their way to make this guy incredibly posable. He's standing up really well on that peg leg, which is very, very surprising. I think the one disappointment to the peg leg is no one has confirmed whether or not you can make the parrot. Because everyone kind of like imagined in a parrot mode for the foot. They don't seem to have included it this time, but, you know, we can't have everything, I guess. They did mention that someone on staff wanted a pirate specifically, so that is one reason why Thundertron came out. But again, like, I'm still just kind of baffled. I mean, yeah, there's a couple comic books where Thundertron appears, but for the most part, he really doesn't have any, like, solid big fiction behind him. He's just kind of a fill-in character from Transformers Prime's toy line. I am still just kind of shocked that of all the the legacy characters that still don't have toys, especially from the Beast and Prime era. Why Thundertron? Why Thundertron? It's still very confusing to me. I do know, like, I've had talks with people now, like, we've gone over what the retools or repaints could be, so Thundertron might just be a pre-tool for more interesting things, but for now, I will still just be baffled by it, alright? So, there was a Toy Fair thing. Apparently Toy Fair did something. Hasbro did have a presence there, but most everything was stuff we've already seen or was even released already. Very little new official product, but we did get a look at some new Earthspark toys. That includes these Cyber Combiners, which are very Energon in how they combine. So here we have the combine mode for, I can't remember which of the Malto kids it is, because the designs are very similar to each other. The Bumblebee does look a little bit odd in order to make this combination thing work, admittedly. And you'll excuse me, this webpage is very slow to load for some reason. So there you get the individual ones. Okay, there's one for Robbie and one for Mo, and honestly, the robots are identical, and I can't tell who is who through the screen. The listing mentions it. Like, in Robot Mode, the Bumblebee doesn't look too bad. And then you can do the full Energon thing. The full Energon gimmick works. You can make either one of them the torso or the legs. That's super cool. And yeah, that also, like, there's no vehicle mode to the Malto component of these combiners, but it is super cool that this is possible. Here's the other one with Twitch. Now Twitch's drone mode does look really rough. To the point where it looks like they added a cockpit in there if you wanted to imagine her as like some different type of flight ship. But no, the combination still works. It's a little bit rough. I wish she could hide her arms a little bit better. But I still think it's really fun that they resurrected the Energon combination gimmick for this Cyber Combiner line. It is neat. I'm actually really looking forward to, like, the first person that gets both of these in hand is going to combine Mo and Robbie together, which, you know, most likely is the version that we will see in the show at some point. That will be cool. Okay, here we go. Twitch comes with Robbie. All right, so good to know. And then this, which should have been out as soon as Cyberverse was out, but it looks like there were play features that would have spoiled some things in the show. We actually have a Cyber Sleeve toy that you can wear and pull a handle and draw the blade out. It fires Nerf darts, because of course it does. Yeah, control your own. If this could, like, if this would make me feel what the Earthspark toys feel when they get transformed. Okay, maybe then. Maybe I'd be interested in it then. But it's just a fun little role-play toy for kids. So it's cool that they're working that in. But yeah, those Cyber Combiners, I'm actually really looking forward to those being in hand and seeing what crazy things people do. I hope that's like a whole, like, long-running thing, because I'd be down for that. I would be. So like I said, Toy Fair happened. There's very little Transformer presence from Hasbro, but their partners were in full force. We did get to see Robosen there with their Optimus Prime stand that's way overdue. They also announced they're doing a Buzz Lightyear of all things. They showed off their Grimlock as well. We've seen most of these. We've seen most of this already. You know, and they've got a generic robot of their own. If we keep looking down, Kotobukiya was there with all of their statuettes. The Funko Pops were there. There's a few new, like, weird releases for the Super 7 Super Cyborg line. The clear Optimus Prime is on the way. If that's what you want, there's an all-clear Bumblebee. Okay. If you want to go full, like, if you want to go full Micro Man with how he looks. The big show-off was 3-0 that had all of their upcoming features ahead. Now, we've seen all of these before in the past. They still look fantastic. They are high-roller toys. They are very much high-roller toys. But, you know, if you can afford them, it's some of the best stuff you can get, so I'm not going to fault them. I'm not going to question what you do with your budget. But yeah, it's mostly stuff we've already seen. And then the Buildin' Buddy thing showed up from Tomy. I totally forgot this was happening. So yeah, it's just mostly just a roundup of like things we've already seen, just kind of giving us an update. They still exist. No real like reveals, which is kind of disappointing for Toy Fair. So let's get into some other news, shall we? We'll look at Toy Fair again because there is a little bit that got shown off for the first time. Skybound is announcing a reprint of Transformers Issue 1 and showing off the new alternate covers. We have Optimus Prime, we've got Starscream. Both designs, I kind of like the art style in both of them. Big action shot of the Autobots in that one. Action shot for the Decepticons there. Starscream's leg is really weird. Even if you account for perspective, that's a super weird pose for that Starscream. So yeah, if you missed out on the first issue, you're gonna get another chance to get it. To be honest, I didn't even think issue 1 was out. So apparently it is. So either way, good to see that the Transformers comics are back and apparently going to be around for a while. Okay, so we're going to go into the Yolopark section of the news roundup, and this is not because they have cooperated with me so much recently. Literally, they just showed off a ton of things all at once. So we're going to go over it. The AMK Pro series is getting a Last Night Optimus Prime, which is an interesting choice. AMK Pro is like their action model kits where most of the assembly is done for you. You're basically just building the final step where you put all the completed sections of the toy together. But there is a high level of paint, high level of articulation, and die-cast parts in the Pro series. It's kind of weird and ambitious to do the Last Night Optimus Prime. It's not really the most notable one. They showed off a prototype of an upcoming AMK Pro Starscream as well, in the vein of their G1 style releases, and it does look spot on to Starscream, looking really, really good. This is also the first time we got to see a full color version of their Rhinox. And you can tell, just like these are just kind of the basic dull colors he had in the movie, but adding so much bronze to it, so much more than like the Hasbro toys did, or even I think the movie model did, just does wonders for that figure. Like, that design just needs more hit of color, and it looks really, really nice. So I'm glad they threw a lot more of that bronze in. Looking really, really good. Mostly beyond that, it is just detail shots of some of the upcoming stuff. There's prototypes for AMK, Mirage, and Soundwave as well. Yeah, you can just tell. It just looks really good. And they showed off some other things, but we have official photos of those, so we'll move on to those real quick. But they also showed off their Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime in the IES line, or IIES line in this case. Remember the big Optimus Primal? This Optimus Prime is the same vein. Lots of die-cast, lots of special features. 2 feet tall, 40 pounds of plastic and metal, full steel skeleton with mechanical articulation. This is a really high-end figure. This is an incredibly high-end figure. Do you want to look at it? Keep watching the channel. I'll probably be able to give you a closer look at it here in the near future, so keep a lookout. Alright, let's go to some of the finished designs that they have. So, for their normal AMK series, their Cheetor is out, and the Cheetor is officially revealed. And he looks so nice. Man, brighten up that yellow, add some spots, and like now he feels like a Cheetor. Movie style definitely, but he at least feels much more like a Cheetor. Yeah, looking really, really good. Got his claws, got his spear. Yeah, these kits are like, they're 7-inch figures and they're only $30, and they have the articulation level of like high-end figures for Transformers. It's actually super impressive what they do. And yeah, he just looks fantastic. Right alongside the Scourge, which they finally revealed a painted version of. Lots of dark gunmetals and gritty silvers. Looking really cool. He's got a lot of paint apps here around the shoulders and the hips. Gives him a little bit of color. You can see the emblems of fallen Transformers he's claimed scattered across his body. Got the claw. Man, the design and detail work on such a budgeted figure looks so good. yeah, I'm really looking forward to actually getting to mess with one of these in hand. And just to get a whole army of these, like, I'm very happy if this is how I have Bumblebee movie collections, you know, in my displays, because these just come out so nice and display so well. And we're not done, because Yolopark was all over the place. So the AMK Pro line introduced their Optimus Prime. These are the first full color photos that are officially from Yolopark. Looking fantastic. Proportions are great. Color and paint is great. It looks like we got some light up eyes even. Unless that's just Photoshop. Communication panel. I don't think I've seen that in an Optimus Prime since the early Masterpiece. That's actually kind of cool to include. And yeah, we see his rifle. He gets that. He gets the axe. He gets all the accessories you can normally expect from Optimus Prime. We do see a Matrix in there as well. Yeah, this is just another really cool one. And yeah, there actually is some die-cast in here, along with just like a really premium paint job that looks really nice. Yeah, I'm going to show you another one too. Just to wrap it up, they also showed off a Golden Lagoon Megatron. Guys, Yolopark does great work. I'm not just hyping them up. I'm legit, completely like straight-faced. They do fantastic work for what they create on both ends of the price scale. It's incredible. So, let's move on. There's just a little bit more to cover for the week, and then we can wrap it up. The developers of Transformers Reactivate are actually going to be at Unreal Fest 2023, and they actually mentioned Transformers Reactivate, which I have not heard anything about in quite a while. So, Splash Damage and Bulkhead are going to be there. The event is tomorrow. So, if they actually drop some news about Transformers Reactivate, that would be nice, because I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith here. But it is promising. I will give it that. If you want some Starscream artwork in your life, there are some officially licensed posters on the way, including this one of him sitting proudly upon a Decepticon throne. Megatron's smoldering head at his feet. This is Starscream's dream every night, I imagine. It does look good. It's definitely a unique art style. It's the kind of art style I would expect to find on like a tarot card. Not a bad thing. Maybe not my personal style, but it does look nice. I'm sure there's going to be people who eat this up. And then I believe there was another one. Yeah, where it's just cocky Starscream about to bring Megatron to bear. This is a cool one too. Like, this is more my preferred style, if I'm being honest. Definitely looks cool. And again, these are limited run posters, very short run prints, 75 and 50 each, like on some of these versions. Yeah, 75 versions of the Coronation. The gold variant of the Coronation is only is only gonna be 50, and then the hand numbered is only 60. Which one is it? Oh yeah, just the normal Starscream with Megatron. There's only 60 of them. Low run posters are kind of weird. That's a kind of a weird flex for a collection, but I know it's a big thing. Obviously, it's a big thing. I think we have one of these like every other week. So keep a lookout if you want those. They already went on sale. They went on sale a few days ago, so they're probably sold out already. Oh well. Oh well. And to wrap it up. So we have more storyboards and more info coming from the Sunbow Marvel archive. Our friends over there shared quite a few more storyboards and unproduced items. So, here we see the second part of the intro, More Than Meets the Eye, Part 2. We see there's information on product lists. The original run for Fortress Maximus, which is cool. Early shots of the Ark. There's even a separate building on the side that I don't think we ever saw in the show. The cooler thing here is that they actually put together a full video of the storyboard that would have been the original version of the Season 2 intro. So they actually made an animatic out of it, which is a really neat touch. So yeah, go check them out. Like, these people do great work capturing the history of Transformers and just making sure it is preserved for us to learn off of. It's, you know, just a fantastic look at the past and just how all of this came together. So that's what we got for the news this week. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I hope everyone is now caught up sufficiently. I know it's a longer one. We had a lot to get through. So thank you very much for sticking through it and watching it, if you watched the whole thing. If not, well, you showed up. That counts too. Until next time.
I'm like, I think you guys got this. I will back away, and I will see you all later.
You've got this handled.
Alafi's like, really? You're not gonna help me? Like, it's fine now.
It's like these disgusting creatures breathing down my neck, and you're all just like, I believe in you. You got this.
All right, you seem to have this. 5 minutes.